Just back from IT Nation Secure 2025 and right outside of Orlando. It was a great event. Many vendors, many MSPs, just focused on security. The keynote kicked off and there was 4 people up on stage, a panel, and they were from different companies, not just ConnectWise. ConnectWise is trying to make this community, not just what they offer, but with others as well. But the vendor hall was full. There was lots of great vendors. I was able to have 16 conversations with great guests right there at the resort. I had great guests, great guests. First started with Gene Templin, MSP Sales Reimagined. Gene's in the Pitch It program, the ConnectWise, it's not new, but new for this year, incubator program. Jamie Williams, my friend from a long time ago, marketing before sales. MSPs, are you listening? Oh, Ricardo from Lumu. Yes, my fellow aviator. I've known Ricardo for a couple of years now, and great conversation. Ricardo. Oh, Rayanne, of course, Rayanne from ABC. The name of the episode is From Cables to Closing. Fascinating backstory to Rayanne and what she does now, also in the Pitch It program. Mike Estep from Blackpoint Cyber. Great story from MSP to vendor now. Blackpoint's a great security company, and it was a great conversation with Mike. Mark Balanov, first time I met Mark, really great conversation. Really enjoyed it. Talking about cyber lessons. David Chernitsky, fascinating background from Russia to Israel to Canada to what he knows about the martial arts and everything he learned from the best people in cybersecurity there in Israel. Great conversation. David, Matt Holland, first time I met Matt, great conversation from Spy Tech to MSP Simplicity. Tanner Cookson, fascinating from great company. MSPs getting paid quickly. We talked about rowing, riding, and revenue. Tim Weber, cybersecurity firm now. He's a volunteer firefighter in Connecticut, my home state. Joel Cahill, great conversation with Joel. I've known Joel for quite a while now. First time we ever sat and talked like this. The episode's Cold Plunges, Hot Takes, and Cyber Strategy. But great conversation with Joel. Paul Lupo from Bitdefender. Paul's been around for quite a while, and he has great stories and great insight on the great company that Bitdefender is. David Rasapor from ConnectWise, new CPO. Wonderful insights from David, his background in Iran, and David is just a true engineer. Ozzy Saeed from Compliance, he actually helped write the specs to CMMC. Fascinating conversation with Ozzy and the saltwater fish tanks as well, one of his great hobbies. Sarvesh Rao, of course, I've known Sarvesh for a couple of months now, really focusing on MSPs, helping those SMBs with his with the security platform. And of course, ended with Matthew Benazari. Great conversation about, he started with climbing. He's a great climber, about cyber fires and MSP fortitude there at Arete, and great conversation. Thanks all for being part of this, and thanks everyone for listening and watching.
Hi, I'm Joey Pinz, and here's my 45-second introduction. After starting my business in the 90s, I started developing poor habits of eating in my diet because of working way too much. I found myself at 340 pounds. The doctor told me if I don't lose the weight, I'm not going to see my daughter graduate. I took the next 7 months, lost 130 pounds. People ask me, how'd you do it? What's the secret? I need to lose weight. How'd you do it? How did I lose the weight? Just one word: discipline. I've had other successes in life, and I attribute them all to discipline. Now, I'm not the king of discipline, but I believe that it can help all of us. Friends convinced me to start a podcast. The podcast mission: how do we better ourselves and society? I talk to interesting people in health, fitness, sport, wellness, business, technology, science, art, and culture. And I eventually ask them how discipline plays a role in their life. Podcast vision: growth through learning from others.
No, it's video.
Oh, video as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Aerial sports. I've been skydiving once. I loved it. How often do you do it?
It's been about, I think, close to 10 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is it the rush?
Yeah, I mean, it's a complete rush and a sense of freedom and, basically a thrill of life.
You are freedom. Yeah, you are free up there. And you're also a pilot.
Not yet. That's an aspiration.
I see.
That's an aspiration, yeah.
I see. And so I became a private pilot a while ago. I'm not, well, you don't really I don't do it anymore.
Wow, there's so much to you.
Yeah, okay. And why do you want to do it?
Just to enjoy life, just to enjoy life and be able to push the limits.
Push the limits. And when did you get onto this hobby? When did you discover aerial sports?
In my 30s.
In your 30s.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
So 20 years ago?
Yeah, about 20 years ago, and yeah, time flies by. Yeah.
Yeah, it does fly by. So, did a friend introduce you?
No, it was just boredom at work. To be brutally honest.
Yeah.
I was employed for a large corporate, and you do the same thing every day, and you're like,
And do you, when you skydive, do you do tandem, or are you able to go alone?
you have to go alone as well, right? Yeah, initially you learn, you do a few tandems. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went, it was a rush. It was great.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
One of the things I remember is that when we were on the plane, he said, "Okay, at 3 we're going to jump off," and he goes 1, and then he just pushed. He didn't
That's
get to 3.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Or they hold the plane at such an angle that you will fall off.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So when did your experience start?
I did it when I turned 50, so 6
Okay.
years ago.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
I haven't been back only because you got to find people to do it. When's the last time you were up?
It's been a couple of years.
Really?
A couple of years, yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said you like to play chess. I mean, that's very different kind of rush than aerial sports.
That's right. Yeah. It's a fascinating game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm a total amateur at it, but I love the game. Yeah.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that can envelop one's life, chess. That can really.
That's right. It's a great game to learn strategies. It's a great game to think ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch all these documentaries on chess, and it's just amazing how people devote their life to this game.
Absolutely. It teaches you not to be impulsive about your decision making. Right.
Yeah, you can't be impulsive playing chess. That's
right.
for sure.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
So, Sarvesh, we're here at IT Nation Connect. I'm sorry, Secure.
Secure.
We're outside of Orlando. What are some of your goals this week?
Well, I'm here to meet MSPs who want to grow in the SMB market. And Joey, the interesting thing is, what I call as the 3 Ps, right? One is SMB is a market that has been heavily targeted by hackers.
Yes.
And I think about half of the attacks on the internet, I read in a report that about 43% of attacks on the internet are actually targeting small businesses.
Wow.
And so small businesses need complete protection to thrive. At the same time, they are very price sensitive, right? So the cybersecurity needs are there, but at the same time, they have a very small budget, right? So the price has to be very, very affordable in order for them to make this additional expense on cybersecurity. So in that kind of a scenario where the customer needs complete protection at a very, very affordable price, the question is, how does an MSP be profitable?
Right.
It's a huge market, but the main challenge is margins and profitability, right? And so Marma Security, which is our company, we have built a solution to meet these 3 needs, right, of both the SMB and the MSP. So the SMB needs protection, what I call as the 3 Ps, protection and price. MSP needs profitability. Right? So we believe we built the perfect solution that meets these needs. So I'm here to explain this, interact with MSPs, learn from them, talk about how we can help them grow in this huge SMB market. Yeah.
So in MSPs, there's lots of security vendors in there. So when they're talking to a security vendor, what questions should they be asking?
I think the depth of security matters, right? It's always confusing, but it's very important for the MSP to understand what is the depth of the security solution, right? Because it is very difficult to have 10 different pieces to manage an SMB security. Right. You cannot afford the man-hours it takes to set up so many solutions. So depth of the security solution. The second very important thing is how many hours do I have to spend setting up and supporting a single customer, because the onboarding of a customer and the support cost will completely eat up their manpower, time, and margins, right? So that's very important is, hey, great, you have this complex cybersecurity solution. Is it going to be, can I set it up in 10 minutes? Or will it take me 10 days, right? That is the most important question to ask, right? So you want to make sure you select a solution that's simple to set up, because you're dealing with an SMB, and SMBs don't have a data center, they don't have web applications. Mostly they're looking for internet threat protection. So you want to choose a solution that gives adequate internet threat protection, right?
How did you get introduced to MSPs?
Once we founded the companies and we took our products to the market, we realized that MSPs play a very vital role.
Yeah.
Right? And SMBs, especially SMBs, they do not understand cybersecurity so much. So they look at the MSP as a trusted advisor. So it makes a complete sense to actually not try to chase after SMB one customer at a time, but rather put this product in the hands of competent MSPs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before you discovered this, you didn't know much about MSPs.
Before this event, you mean?
Yes. No. Before introducing your product to the SMB market, you didn't realize that you had to go through MSPs. How did you find that out?
In my background is in cybersecurity.
Right.
About 25 years. I built products at Palo Alto Networks.
That's right.
I was with Palo Alto Networks for 8 years. I built products in the Juniper SRX team. For a couple of years, I built products with Pulse. So I've been with large enterprise security solutions, and it's a different game. You're dealing with very, very large MSSPs.
Yes.
When you're at Palo Alto Networks and Juniper and so on. So whereas when I founded this company, we were trying to solve the SMB problem.
Right.
And so this is a great opportunity for me to understand this market and learn, how to further make the product, more suitable for them. Yeah.
And what's the biggest surprise about MSPs that you've learned?
They're very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
They're very knowledgeable, and they truly care about the customer. So I realized that whenever we try to, go first with profitability, we always got a pushback saying, okay, is my customer still getting the complete protection or not? So they care about the customer. So that is amazing, actually. So we always lead with, hey, our solution protects defense in depth, like Cisco used to say. It's complete protection, right? So our solution is basically a firewall-as-a-service. That's turnkey.
Yes.
We give the MSP the firewall. We give a NOC platform. We integrate, if they have a SOC, we can integrate the SOC. We give them all the support, marketing support, sales support. We provide tier 2, tier 3 customer support. It's essentially all-included service, a firewall service that they can offer to their SMB customer. Extremely, it's the market's, I believe, the most competitive pricing in the market.
Your solution, like you said, is Firewall-as-a-Service, so it's hardware as well.
Yes, it includes the hardware, it includes our cloud platform, it includes the NOC portal. It's all inclusive. If, for example, 2 weeks ago we signed up an MSP who had never done cybersecurity before. Right? He sees this huge market. He's currently doing VoIP. He's been doing VoIP for a long time. He sees this huge cybersecurity market in SMB, but the problem is cybersecurity seems too intimidating, too complex, and it's been a barrier to entry for many MSPs like him. And then when he saw our solution that, okay, this solution is simple enough for me to get in, right? I don't need to hire, very expensive cybersecurity engineers, and I can go after this SMB and cybersecurity market. So he signed up as our partner.
Wow.
So I'm here, and we've had a great show. I believe we have about 15 plus meetings booked so far.
Wow.
So it's been a phenomenal opportunity for us.
I mean, you've been in the cybersecurity industry for 25 years. I mean, what is it about cybersecurity you like?
It's a very fulfilling area. I mean, the internet has reshaped our lives, and security has been an afterthought always. First comes the convenience, and then comes security, and we are seeing this today with AI. Right? AI, the adoption of AI is growing crazy. At the same time, people have not thought it through in terms of how to secure and how to manage the risk of AI. So it's a huge challenge, and it's a great mission to be involved in.
Yeah, and AI becomes a natural extension of security, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things is that Marma Security is, like I said, we are folks who built stuff at Palo Alto Networks, at Juniper, at Pulse.
Yeah.
We are also we have a great roadmap. So if you're having SMB customers who are worried about hey, how do I use AI in a secure way? We can actually provide you solutions as we execute on our roadmap. Yeah.
And how should vendors be better partners for MSPs?
I think it takes patience. It takes patience to understand the goals of the MSP and understand his constraints, and to be very flexible, whether in terms of the solution itself or the pricing. You need to be flexible. It's interesting. I had a conversation yesterday an MSP with another vendor, and he said that the minute I try to secure my customer properly, like have full protection, the price goes up by 3 times. So you have to really make sure that it's transparent and it meets their needs. Right? Yeah.
Well, MSPs need security. I mean, their clients are always worried about their clients getting hacked. I mean, it's so important. And so with all the security vendors are there, how are you different?
Yeah. I think our focus from our mission basically is based on those 3 P principles, which I said,
Right.
which is like, solve the problem, provide complete protection, right? You cannot protect a customer 50% or 70%. You have to protect them 100%, right?
Yes.
So complete protection. So that is something we provide, right? It's not just a firewall. It's firewall, IPS. It's DNS security, content filtering. So when it comes to perimeter security, for the customer or for internal security, we have a pretty complete solution. We're not a bells and whistles company, right? Yeah.
It's rare that a product can be all-encompassing like this. Usually it's you're part, like you say, of a stack.
Correct.
But it's pretty rare. It'd be pretty enticing, attractive for these MSPs.
Correct. And we essentially, just to share with you, we build platforms. So we built it as a platform. It's not a device. It's a platform, and that's why we are offering it as a service.
Okay, so it's not hardware.
We provide our firewalls as well.
I see.
So the platform means for us the cloud platform, a firewall to be deployed at the dentist's office or the lawyer's office. We provide an app. The customer actually has an app as well.
Wow.
One of the challenges we see is most vendors, once a month they'll send, okay, here's all the threats that we have protected last month in an email. The customer doesn't even open the email. Right. And so after a few months, he starts wondering, why am I paying so much for security? Because he doesn't realize the value. Right. So one of the things we do differently is we actually give a customer app in which the customer actually sees, oh my goodness, there were like 5,000 links accessed by my employees in a single day, and about 140 threads were blocked in a single day. So when he sees this, he sees value for that $800 or $1,000 check that he's cutting every month, and he will make sure to renew and continue that subscription. So it really helps MSPs kind of keep customers, right, and avoid churn, right? So those are things that we see that other vendors don't do. We try to kind of the idea is once you win a customer, you have to keep the customer for 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And we help MSPs do that. Yeah.
Sarvesh, has there been anything in the last month or so you changed your mind on?
I don't think so. I think we have a very clear strategy, and we are learning. So the learning is an everyday process.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say we have changed anything. If anything, we have expanded. Like for example, one of the things that is happening is scams, right? So SMBs are I believe the majority of cybercrime is happening through scams.
Really?
So one of the things Marma Security is looking at is how can we expand the solution beyond just monitoring network traffic and blocking phishing malware to actually raise the context and expand security so that we can actually protect small businesses from scams.
Wow.
Right. So whether the scam is originating from a phone call or a voice message or a text message or an email, to actually be able to correlate the context, identify the scam, and protect the small business. So we are working on expanding our solutions to SMB, coming up with some market-leading innovation. Yeah.
So I think you know my story. I'm not sure, but I started the MSP back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Was working way too hard. My doctor says to me, I'm up at 340 pounds. If I don't lose this weight, you're not going to see your daughter graduate. Scared me.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So I spent the next 6-7 months, lost about 120 pounds. Kept it off. You can't look at it as a finishing line. It's lifelong changes.
That's right.
So when I tell people this, they say, what's your secret? What'd you do? And there's no secret, Sarvesh. Discipline. That's how I kept it off. Willpower, focus. How does discipline play a role in your life?
I have ways to go in that department. I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a very disciplined person. I think my problem is I can't stop solving problems. So I have learned to take a breather every once in a while and not constantly try to solve problems. So these hobbies help me kind of change into a different world.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you see his discipline as almost restraint. You're restraining from doing something that you inclined to do and doing something else?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't redefine discipline, but I would say that you're absolutely right. It's very important to balance work life and personal life, and also enjoy life. It's not all about achievements, right? It's also about whether you have time with family,
Right.
whether you smile with, spend time with friends. So that's something I'm working on as well, and I have ways to go.
What motivates you?
When I founded this company, I had a very comfortable job at Palo Alto Networks, and I quit the job because I was obsessed with this mission that cybersecurity is a mess when it comes to the civilians.
Yeah.
Large companies, there are hundreds of cybersecurity companies having great solutions for large enterprises, but when you look at SMB or even the civilian, the ordinary people like you and me, we are constantly facing a barrage of cyber attacks.
Yeah.
And it just bothered me that with 30 years of cybersecurity technology around, why can't ordinary people be protected, right? So I got obsessed with this idea, and I founded Marma Security. Just to share with you, we also make products for protecting homes.
Huh.
So one of the extensions of our mission is protect families
Oh, interesting.
from cyber attacks. I'm proud to say that our products are deployed in senior living centers.
Wow.
It's used by elders. And that just warms my heart, and that's a big deal for me when it comes to motivation.
Impact.
Impact, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So given that motivation of impact, how do you measure success?
To me, success is not measured by revenue. I may be foolish to have that opinion. To me, success is measured by whether you solve the problem. And so we are not trying to go after, let's have 10,000 customers this year. What is meaningful to me is if I have 500 customers and all 500 customers have been deployed, are up and running, there have been no glitches, they are happy customers, I can pick up the phone, call any customer, and the customer says, your product is doing good. And that's what is fulfillment for me.
They're very rewarding when you create something
Absolutely.
like that.
I mean, you have to have a very strong foundation, and scaling automatically happens. If you build a great product, offer great service, in a way that MSP can be profitable, it will scale. It will repeat itself. Yeah.
So your message to MSPs this week here at Secure is what?
SMB is a huge market. SMB is, I believe, a 26 billion market just in the US alone. We're not talking globally, right? So it's a 26 billion market. And 86% of SMBs do not have adequate cybersecurity.
Wow.
So a huge market with a huge magnitude of need. So if you're an MSP, especially if you're a small, medium MSP between anywhere from 50 to 300 clients today, you are looking at a golden opportunity to go after cybersecurity and really double or triple your revenues. Yeah.
So great having you today, Sarvesh.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Anybody listening and watching, how can they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. They can reach me at sarvesh@marmasec.com. You can reach our website, marmasec.com. You can find me on LinkedIn as well. We'll include links to my contacts. Please feel free. I'm the CEO and founder of the company. I answer every email, every phone call, every text message. I look forward to hearing from you.
Marma Sec, so MARMASEC.
Yes.
.com, and of course, Sarvesh, SARVESH, Rao, RAO on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here. And
Thank
speaking
you
with
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening and or viewing Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations. Please share this episode with one or two of your friends who you think may benefit from the episode. Our website, www.joeypins.com. There you'll find lots of resources and you could join our mailing list. Please follow us on all our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Podcast information, the video version of our podcast is on YouTube. Please subscribe. Audio is on all major podcasting platforms. Please follow them. And if you like it, please consider giving 5-star rating. Would really appreciate that. Thank you again for listening or watching Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations.